Go ahead. Oh, fine. Now you're not going to say anything. Hey guys, it's JJ. Today we're going to do an unboxing video for the Imagine by Ruby's Walmart exclusive Ghost Trap. And not only is it going to be an unboxing, it's going to be a side-by-side comparison with one of those products that I've actually already modified. So you can see what one looks like straight out of the box and what the potential is for this very cool, very inexpensive product that you can do on your own if you choose to do so. Okay, this is what it looks like right in the package, how you get it right off the shelf. It's made by Imagine by Ruby's. It is nearly identical in every way to the Spirit Halloween version from a few years ago. This one is way less expensive. The first one was $60. This one is $20, so a third of the cost. And it has a few more extra features that I find much more fun as a Ghostbuster collector and fan. So let me get this thing out of the box and I'll show you what it looks like. Here it is outside of the box. It's very shiny, very much a toy. It has all the little details that you kind of expect from a ghost trap. The quality on this is actually really nice, especially for $20. The knobs don't function and they don't turn. And the first thing you're going to want to do, and I know other videos of this type have said the same thing, in order to play with it, you have to buy all new batteries, because the batteries that come in this thing are awful. The first one I had bought, I actually almost returned it to the store because I assumed that it was broken. And I'm glad I checked it first and found out it was just the batteries. But yeah, they are very low quality and need to be replaced instantaneously. I've replaced the batteries, so it is now a functioning toy. So now I'll get down with the full breakdown and comparison with what it looks like out of the box and what I've done with mine. The first thing is the switch. It has a demo mode, but demo mode works all the time. It'll be a constant drain on the batteries. What's nice about the modding is that you can bypass that feature, so it saves on battery life. But the switch is right here. Lights up red, indicator lights are on, and then you just hit the pedal. And it will do a full cycle where it will close on its own, or you can choose to close it manually. And there are two sound effects, just like the Spirit Halloween one, just straight up ghost capture, and then the Slimer option. As you can hear, he's in the background mumbling and grumbling and belching. Now, the cable itself is very thin, and it actually comes out of the trap in the wrong spot. It should be back here. And there's no reason they shouldn't have put it back here, because behind this panel, even though there's a speaker here, there is absolutely nothing here at all. So this should have gone here. And it's also very short. It's only a couple feet. And any good Ghostbuster wants to know, you want to be at least 6 to 10 feet away from anything you capture. So there's that. Now, as you can see in the background over here is my modded one. So I will do a side-by-side at this point. This is white, and all the screws all the way around are just plastic little shapes. They're not actual screws, except this one, which removes the battery compartment, which is here. Mine, I have taken and put real screws on every little piece except I did leave the battery screw alone and I left these two alone because I kind of like the way that they're just a little bit different. But on this one, as you can see, there's a panel, square panel missing, which I have used and made polystyrene plastic, which is like a real thick craft plastic, and it's really easily cuttable. So I cut a square, drilled holes in it, glued it in place, and have that. I've also added stickers, and my cable actually comes out the proper place. And what I've done is when I extended the cable here, I wanted to protect it. So I tried to find something. I originally had the cable protector like you can get in automotive stores and things like that, which a lot of other people have used, but it was way too rigid for my liking. So what this is actually rubber resistance tubing, which is used in to exercise and the medical field. I ordered 25 feet of it and cut it down to size that I wanted it, fed the wire through it, and to hold it in place, I have a quick release here, but it was a little bit smaller than the quick release, so I actually wrapped it in electrical tape, which I thought was a very Ghostbusters thing to do. Parts are going to get broken, things are going to be rebuilt. They're not a factory, they're just dudes in a basement. So I thought that was a very proper thing to do. And then the first thing I actually did when I started this was I put an actual toggle switch. Because the switch here is just a cheap little plastic switch. Over here, full-on toggle switch. Also, the indicator light here, even though it lights up red, the casing is transparent. Mine is painted in a transparent red paint. Turn on the fronts. All these knobs, just like the ones on the side, are non-functioning. So I painted this silver, just like the sides, which is what it's supposed to be, and made it more movie accurate that way. And then on this side, I did the same thing. Painted everything by proper colors, put in the proper screws, and then I think it looks pretty good. And then one of the last steps I did was, after the painting, was the weathering. And part of that was done with, all this was done with toothpaste. Just cheap, inexpensive toothpaste. Because you don't want anything with fluoride or anything, good, because that'll leave a residue behind. But this was just cheap, minty AIM toothpaste. I think it was like 88 cents a tube. And after I painted the silver color on all the pieces, before I painted the black layer, I took the AIM and spread it all over the trap in the different places so I could give it that weathered look. And once I painted the black on it, and the black dried, I was able to just wash it right off. It smelled nice and minty, and it did just a little bit of elbow grease and some water and paper towels and wiped right off. And then the final step was I have some oil paint, some black and some brown oil paint that I mixed together, watered them down a little bit, and I rubbed it all over the trap in all the little crevices to give it this nice, dirty, industrial, greasy look. This way you can tell that it's been through many, many ghost captures and many, many paranormal adventures. Now, the favorite thing that I've done, well, maybe not favorite, I kind of like the whole thing overall, was what I did to the inside. do a side by side with these. When the out of the box trap opens up, there's just a couple LED lights inside, but it's all black. Mine, when it opens up, is considerably brighter, because what I had done is not only did I paint the insides of the trap the same metallic silver that I did all the other pieces, and did not tarnish them at all to keep that reflective look, I put a small craft mirror inside. It's very small, comes in, I bought a couple sheets, and I just measured it, cut it in place, and it just popped right in, and even fit around. It's even being held in by the LED lights. And it gives it this nice, bright, reflective look to it. And like I said, as I also added the resistance tubing. I am eventually going to replace this. I haven't done that yet. I started to build one myself, and then I found a gentleman on Etsy who he builds them as part of his store, and I ordered one from him, but due to the COVID-19 outbreak, he's not shipping right now, which is totally understandable. I want him and his family to stay safe. I want everyone to stay safe, obviously, but so this part here will eventually look movie accurate as well. But that's my trap. And overall, I'm really happy with it. Oh, almost forgot this part. As you can see, the colors and everything here are just a little bit different. So it's not only did I paint the whole thing, but what I did with this version is I stripped it down, painted it black, and then all the yellow is actually a yellow electrical tape that I just eyeballed for the pattern. And I think, it turned out pretty even for just making it up as I went along. But it gives it that more homemade look, just like the switches and the electrical tape here. Because, like I said, Ghostbusters, they built it in a workshop somewhere. They didn't make it on an assembly line. So there you go. Side by side. This is actually one of those projects that I've been working on for a couple weeks, and I'm actually way happier with this than I thought I would be. All the techniques I've used and all the techniques that I've told you guys about, I actually got from Bill Doran from Punished Props Academy. This guy, he is awesome. He does little tutorials and all kind of stuff that you can follow him on YouTube. I'll actually put the link in the description to the video for the Ghost Trap. So if you guys don't already follow Bill, I highly recommend it, because that dude is awesome. So that's it. All done for now. Eventually, I'll do some more tinkering with my costume, because it's been an ongoing project for about 4 years now. And then with me being, mostly quarantined at home, I still go to work, but when I'm not there, I come straight here and I don't socialize. I don't do anything. So I've been working on things like this. And so if I do anything else, I'll let you guys know. If you like the video, you don't have to like and subscribe. I'm not one of those people. I just do this for my own amusement. But if you want to share it, go for it. But in all honesty, share Bill's video. His is way better than mine. And he's way more photogenic and craftier than me. I just basically ripped off what that dude did. So, yeah.